Good morning, everyone. Today we are discussing the series related to important days, and today we are discussing the World Conservation Day that falls on December 4th of 2024. Protecting wildlife, protecting our future. While protecting our wildlife, we can protect our future. That is, next is, what is Wildlife Conservation Day, why it is celebrated, who started this, who gave the idea, what is the theme of wildlife conservation. There are various, so many questions, so many queries related to this. Let's discuss this one by one. What is wildlife conservation? Wildlife conservation is celebrated annually on December 4th, aimed at raising awareness about the importance of wildlife and need for their conservation. Why the wildlife? That is, the organisms living in our wild, including the plants, including the animals, including whatever we found in our wild, whatever we find in our forest, that is called the wildlife. Why we need to conserve them? What is the importance? And then creating awareness about the importance of the wildlife, to importance to maintain the food chain, to importance to maintain the ecosystem, and what is the need of conservation them, why we need to conserve them. Then focus on protecting endangered species and preserving ecosystems. According to IUCN, there are certain species that are about to extinct. Some are already extinct, and there are so many of the species that are about to extinct, calling them endangered species. We need to focus on their protecting measures and preserving the ecosystem. Encourages action at local, national and global levels to protect the wildlife, because human can't survive alone or lonely in this ecosystem. We need other species टू मेंटेन आर लाइफ ऑन द अर्थ. अर्थ पे अगर हमारी अर्थ है, उस पे ह्यूमंस कभी तक सर्वाइव नहीं कर सकते. वी रिक्वायर अदर प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स टू गेट द फूड एंड अदर रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऑफ द लाइफ. वी रिक्वायरमेंट डिफरेंट वाइल्ड लाइफ. वी share the earth planet with these organisms. Without them we don't have any existence in this planet. Why should we protect the wildlife? The question arises, why should we protect the wildlife? Biodiversity. So, specifically, wildlife is crucial part of ecosystem in supporting balance and health. Next is ecosystem services. Ecosystem services are so many ecosystem services that are free of nature, free of cost in our nature. But if we try to buy them, there are so many trillions of money that we need to invest to get their services that are provided by our nature at the free of cost. Without any cost, they are provided by our ecosystem. Economic importance. Wildlife support tourism in particular area, agriculture and many other industries, creating the life, maintaining the life. There are so many economic importance of wildlife. Cultural values. There are so many tradition. People plant का हमने सुना है, तुलसी plant का हमने सुना है. There are so many animals that are traditionally worshipped by different tribes and different communities in our social, economical and social circles. कि हमें हर कोई एक कम्युनिटी है, किसी एक प्लांट को पूजा कर रही है, कोई दूसरी कम्युनिटी है तो कोई दूसरी ट्राइब है वो किसी एनिमल को वर्शिप कर रहे हैं. सो दे हैव द कल्चरल वैल्यूज अलॉन्ग विद देयर इकोनॉमिकल इम्पोर्टेंस एंड इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज. That picture shows us their planet, not just for humans. Earth doesn't belongs to humans only. We share earth with so many of these organisms. This is our home, their home. It's for everyone, humans and non-humans. We live, we roam, we fly, we swim, we cook, we breathe, we do everything everywhere. So we must allow them to grow and to grow peacefully on this earth. Theme for 2024, Wildlife Conservation Day is connecting people and planet, exploring digital innovations in wildlife conservation. That is the theme. कई बारी आपसे जो क्वेश्चन होता है वो डायरेक्ट आपका थीम से रिलेटेड पूछ लिया जाता है. सो प्लीज कीप इन माइंड द थीम फॉर this year conservation day. Why wildlife is important? Because together we form the part of the web of the life. If there are some biology student, they must know about the food chain, कि एक organism दूसरे organism पे survive कर रहा है. food chain हमारी nature में बनी हुई है. So they form the part of the web of life. Without any wildlife we can't survive on the earth. Next is, regardless of so many efforts, so many plans, so many legislations, so many of rules and regulations, there are so many crises that are happening at the national level or international level, at global level, so that we are losing biodiversity at a very great rate. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, all relies on the biodiversity. जैसे मैंने अभी आपको पिछले वाले स्लाइड्स में बताया था, अगर हम इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज को बाई करने की कोशिश करेंगे जो नेचर हमें फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट प्रोवाइड कर रही है, वी हैव टू स्पेंड वर्थ $1 trillion टू बाई दैट इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज. Next is, thousands of species are on the verge of extinction. So many are already extinct and so many of them are at the verge of extinctions. Current wildlife crisis are over 28,000 species are currently at the risk of extinction. Endangered species according to IUCN Red List. The main cause of this is habitat loss. अगर हम डिफोरेस्टेशन करते जा रहे हैं, जो प्लांट्स हैं, जो हमारे फॉरेस्ट हैं, हम उनमें जो भी ऑर्गेनिजम्स सर्वाइव कर रहे थे, उनका जो हैबिटेट है, उनका जो घर है, हम उसको छीन रहे हैं. सो हैबिटेट लॉस, poaching, climate change and pollution are the key threats. जो क्लाइमेट चेंज हो रहा है, जो हमारी विंटर्स हैं वो डिले होते जा रहे हैं. समर्स में हमारा जो टेम्परेचर है दैट इज़ राइजिंग अप टू 50 और 60 डिग्री सेल्सियस. पोल्यूशंस की वजह से हम खुद ह्यूमंस जब सर्वाइव नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, बिकॉज हमारे पास में सो मैनी कंफर्टेबल सिचुएशंस आर अवेलेबल. वी कैन एस्केप द सिचुएशन, वी कैन फ्लाई टू अनदर कंट्री, वी कैन फ्लाई टू अनदर सिटी सो दैट वी कैन सर्वाइव इट. हमारे लिए अर्थ पे अभी इस करंट टाइम पे रहना मुश्किल हो रहा है. इससे पहले वाली जो वीडियो थी दैट इज़ अबाउट द नेशनल पोल्यूशन प्रिवेंशन कंट्रोल डे, प्रिवेंशन डे, वेर आई डिस्कस अबाउट द पोल्यूशन. हम इतने ज़्यादा पोल्यूशन में रह रहे हैं तो देयर आर सो मैनी डिफ़िकल्टीज अवेलेबल टू द वाइल्ड लाइफ. More than 60% of the wildlife population have declined in the last 40 years. और अगर हम ऐसे ही वर्ष पे रहे, we will lose our wildlife completely in coming 10 to 20 years. When did it started? On November 8, 2012, Hillary Clinton put out a call action to raise awareness and engage conservationists and wildlife enthusiasts about World Wildlife Conservation Day. She also outlined the White House strategy to address the global problem of wildlife tracking. And after that discussion on December 4th, we started our first Wildlife Conservation Day. That is first started on 2012, and in 2024 we are celebrating the 12th anniversary of the Wildlife Conservation Day. Next is shared living on a shared planet, because we share our earth with the other organisms, so we need to plan a shared living. Global wildlife conservation initiatives, there are certain global level wildlife initiatives: Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, World Wildlife Funds, International Union for Conservation of Nature, national parks and wildlife reserves are certain measures or certain initiatives that are taken at the global level to protect the wildlife. these are already discussed, ये हम पहले ही डिस्कस कर चुके हैं on the previous slide. They somehow they are copied here as well. Successful conservation efforts include the recovery of bald eagle from near extinction to the national symbol of USA, conservation of rhinos of Africa, anti-poaching measures leading to population recovery. Tigers conservation success in India's Project Tiger have helped increase tigers population. There are certain examples from USA, from Africa and from India where when we put efforts, when we tried to protect them, we actually protected them and they are now living peacefully in their environments. How to conserve the wildlife? There are certain measures that can be taken at the individual level. A community can make a major difference, but we need to start preserving our wildlife. We need to start preserving our environment from the individual level. First of all, the most easy way is to become vegetarian and stop eating the animals, in also helping the animals life and enhancing your health as well. Another way is stop purchasing the things that are prepared from the animals like fur and leather. Don't purchase personal and household products which are tested on animals. Choose products that do not harm wildlife or their habitats. Most important point is there are so many examples in our surrounding where we don't have direct interaction with the animals, but somehow we are destructing the wildlife's habitat. We are destroying their houses, we are destroying their habitats. So choose the products that doesn't harm their habitat as well. Get yourself connected in or donate to the animal welfare organization and local animal rights. Humans' existence can't rely or can't be exist on earth without the animals. They came on earth very late as compared to the animals, as shown by the anthropological timeline. Firstly, the animals arise, after that humans came so many years, so 1,000 years later than the animals. So the first right on the earth is belongs to the animals, but we share the planet with the animals. Earth doesn't belongs to the humans only. Animal existed for millions of years before that. Our state has a wild variety of mammals, reptiles, birds, amphibians and fishes as well. No wonder it is one of the wealthiest status or in terms of flora and fauna species, but there is no meaning if we do not love and protect them. Next important is get involved locally. We don't have to push our boundaries so that we can move to the location where there is certain needs. We can do it in our locality by taking the protective measures, by involving with some local organizations, or we can fundraise about the wildlife conservation and give them or donate them to the nearby organization so that they can take the measures to protect the wildlife. Technology and innovation in wildlife conservation drones monitoring the endangered species and habitat remotely, camera traps and GPS tracking, monitoring wildlife behavior and movements, AI and machine learning, analyzing wildlife data to improve conservation strategies, wildlife protection apps enabling real-time supporting and illegal activities like poaching. Celebrating Wildlife Conservation Day. Firstly, create awareness as much as possible. Youth need to get involved in such type of celebrations so that we can create awareness by public talks or educational program or media campaigns. Join wildlife conservation groups, participate in local or national or global wildlife protection efforts, spread awareness about the social media. Through the social media, encourage others to act, support sustainable practices so that we can survive on earth and we can further take it forward for our progenies. Choose eco-friendly brands, help reduce carbon footprints. Every individual has a role to play in protecting wildlife and their habitats. Not only communities, individual can make a difference. Continued conservation efforts are essential to maintain biodiversity and ecosystem health. So, at last, I'll say let's unite to create a safer world for wildlife, ensuring future generation can enjoy the planet diversity. So that what our fathers or what our parents' generation show, we couldn't see it, and we have to make sure that what we saw, at least 50% of that thing can be seen by our progenies. Thank you so much. This is all about wildlife conservation. If you have any queries about this video, you can drop your question in the comment section. We will try to answer it as soon as possible. If you like the video, please do subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, hit the like button, comments, like, share, subscribe, whatever feels comfortable to you, connected to you. Thank you so much.